Read the first two verses we covered. Three verses. Hari Om Brahmavadino Vadanti Kim Karanam Brahma Kutasma Jata Jivamakena Kvaja Sampratishta Adhishtita Kena Suketarishu Vartamahi Brahmavido Vyavastam Kalasvabhavo Niyatiryadracha Bhutani Yonihi Purusha iti Chintya Samyoga Esham Natvatma Bhavat Atmapyanisha Sukadukka Hetoho Te Dhyana Yoganugata Apashyan Devatma Shaktim Swagunair Nigudam Yakkaranani Nikilani Tani Kalatma Yuktyan Aditishtatyekaha Dhyana Yoga Anugataha Apashyan. Those who have only by meditation have come to understand. It is said in Kaivalya Upanishad when the teacher said, when he was asked this question, how do I know the higher self? He says that can be known by Jnana Bhakti, Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yoga Avai. That highest truth can be known only by these three, Shraddha, Bhakti or Dhyana. So what does it mean? Shraddha is not just a belief. So if it is believing, you'll be leaving. Because belief is always based on some kind of a information that we have received for this, for which no, we have no confirmation. So it is said there was a big mela going on somewhere. And in that mela, there are so many different people doing so many stalls, they have put on stalls, so many shows. And it is said one place there was a 50 feet height, two towers were built. And between that, they put one rope, connecting rope. And one person was going from this point of the right side to the left side, walking, and that 50 feet height. So people were, catching their breath and watching him. If he falls down, it will be a real, tragedy. So all of them praying. And then he comfortably, slowly walked and reached the other side. So everybody clapped. So then he said from there, so you are all clapping for what? Hey, that you could achieve this great feat. Okay, very good. Do you think that I can again go from left to the right also? So everybody said, yeah, if you have gone from right to left, definitely you can go from left to right. You're sure? Everybody said, very good. Yes, we are all sure you can do that. Very good. Give me your own child. I put it on my shoulder and then go this way. Nobody gave. This is called belief but not faith. So also we believe in God, but we don't have faith. So belief is only when I get whatever I want, then only I believe. Faith is in spite of. Even things are going left and right in our life, if we leave our belief in God, that's called believing. Because it's believing only. But if we can hold on, irrespective of what happens, then only it's called faith. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Only a person have faith, then only he can sustain the enthusiasm and remain. So therefore, Shraddha, then Bhakti, and then Dhyanam. The devotion comes out of not by seeing something, but by not seeing. भगवान को देखा नहीं. So, but uska glory, his glory is known by us today also. When you see the glory of the Lord, Ishavasamidikam Sarvamiti, then only the bhakti will be there. If we, once in a while, when we have Sankatakale, Venkataramana, that kind of a thing, only when there is a trouble we remember God, then that is not bhakti. Or doing lot of puja, lot of rituals and throw flowers on his face, bhakti nahi hai. Vrata and other things, persecuting this physical body given to us as Bhagavan's grace only, that persecuting the body, oh bhakti nahi. Pilgrimage, running and rolling on the ground, oh bhakti nahi. ये bhakti sadhan hoga. These are all bhakti sadhanani. But real devotion is love. No, see, you may sacrifice for a person out of love. But you think that love is only sacrifice. Then you are persecuting yourself. So when it comes to love, one must have an ardent, continuous feeling of the presence. That is true bhakti. And so that is what upasana does. A constant and continuous proximity of the Lord. Upa, asana. Upa means samipe. Keeping the Lord very close to your heart. And if you understand Bhagavan's presence is there in this physical body, why do you persecute it? Why do you destroy it? Why do you punish this? There's no need to do that all that. So then a person who has gained the correct understanding and then mind naturally, spontaneously is able to meditate on that. Therefore, dhyana, te dhyana yoga anugataha apashyan. What did they see? Devatma shaktim swagunair niguda. Swagunaihi, atma gunaihi, trivida gunaihi, satvarajastama ityadi gunaihi, nigudam. Nigudam, hidden. So it is samvritam, covered. And yaha, which one? That Ishwaraha, karanani nikilani. He himself is the karana of all, cause of everything. Tani, kalatma yuktani. From kala onwards, all that are said to be the probable causes for the entire universe, which everybody would come to conclude, Adhitishtati, he presides over all of them, Ekaha, that one. So this is how it is been explained there. Now comes a very interesting portion of Shvestashvatara Upanishad. This requires a what? Volume. I increased my volume or you increase the volume?
Closer to the mouth.
Closer to the mouth. Okay. तमेकनेमिं त्रिवृतं षोडशान्तम् शतार्धारं विंशतिप्रत्यराभिः अष्टकैषड्भिर्विश्वरूपैकपाशम् त्रिमार्गभेदं द्विनिमित्तैकमोहम् तमेकनेमिं त्रिवृतं षोडशान्तम् शतार्धारं विंशतिप्रत्यराभिः अष्टकैषड्भिर्विश्वरूपैकपाशम् त्रिमार्गभेदं द्विनिमित्तैकमोहम्. It is said we are all living in the huge wheel called Dharma Chakra or Brahma Chakra. Chakra. We are all in Chakra actually. So if you look at the giant wheel, when you go to any exhibition, etc. Huge wheel. Sometimes it is so huge, you cannot see the person on the top. Nowadays, you have the roller coaster and all those things. But in the past, they had this huge wheel. So I had a great fear of going in that. Because on the top, if you come to fall off, then that I never entered into that. So this huge wheel is also portrayed here as Brahma Chakra. Why Brahma Chakra? So those who are inside this wheel cannot come out. The wheel of Brahman. Wheel of Brahman. Why? There are two, three different reasons why it is called a wheel. Number one is wherever is the beginning, there itself is the end. Right? In a wheel, the starting point is the ending point. So that is the reason why it is said when a child is born, afterwards it starts to have, while starting to walk, you need to have training wheel, right? It has to have that with the small the wheels, and it starts to go with that. And then after the three wheel, right? Then two wheeler, then a one wheel, right? So we are all continuously using wheel there. Then after we get old, then again the reverse will start. Then again that we come to the same point. So where we start, we come back to that again. Child also cannot eat much. As you get older, you also cannot eat so much. Everything is to be liquid. They are also liquid. So everything comes back to the same point. Wherever is the cause, there itself is the effect has to merge finally. This is one thing. Second is again birth and again death. That also is the continuous cycle. Now you look at it every season also. Then winter, then again comes the spring, and then the summer, and then the rain or whatever. Then again winter. This wheel is also continuous. There is no change. Every month this wheel starts. Every week there is. Every day there is. Every day. And the clocks are always round only. From 12 to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. 12. That is why they say that even a stopped clock will show twice the day correct time. Twice a day that shows the exact time. Even a stopped clock. So that is also wheel only. So what we see here is the Brahma Chakra is to show us there is an endless creation and destruction. Creation, destruction. Nobody can get out of this. Birth, death, everything. This Brahma Chakra has got only one rim. Eka Nemim. Eka Nemin. One rim is there that is called Maya. Because without the rim, the wheel cannot be. Wheel has to be reinforced with the rim. The inner rim is there. That's what holding that wheel in that position. So, what is known as Maya, Avyakta, Avidya, all these very Prakriti. So many names are there, as Swamiji writes here. That Maya, Prakriti, Chaya, Pradhana, Avyakta, Avyakrita, Avidya. So are all same name, a name for the same one, which is holding everybody under its spell. That's why Bhagavan Krishna says, Prakritim yanti bhutani nigrahakyam karishyati. Everybody is under the spell of Prakriti. Nobody can control, really speaking, anything. So that is the rim of this Brahma Chakra. Then we have three Vritam. Vrita literally means avarana, covering, veil, Veil. But Guruji writes it as three tires. So the three tires that are there, the wheels of a big wheels have got three tires. So the huge wheel of truth, which has the three different tires, Obviously, Maya's expressions in the form of Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas are considered as the three tires, or it can be Kala, Desha, and Vastu. Because everything is conditioned by these three. See, if I am here, then obviously I am not there. So I am conditioned by space. Similarly, I am here after some 25, 30 years, I am not going to be there. Time. So we are conditioned by time. I am this only, I am not that. The Vastu. I am this physical body, I am not that chair. So I am conditioned by object or the physical form. So everything is conditioned by these three factors. Kala, Desha, Vastu. Or one can say, our behavior is conditioned by Maya's power of Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. So this way, three things that are continuously making the wheel move. The momentum is created, the inner wheels that are there. So Trivritam, Shodashantam. Shodashantam means there are 16. I have worked on this detail, so I will give you all that here. Shodashantam, meaning there are 16 parts, pieces of wood, Gurudev Guruji writes, that are there, which are part of this, which are Panchabhutas, five elements that constitute the entire universe. Then Panchakarma and Panchajnanendriyas, so 15 plus Manaha. Without the mind, all these none cannot function. So therefore, 16 parts which are considered as the vital parts of this very wheel. So that is called Shodashantam. Then Shadardharam. And Shadardhara means Ardha Shata, half of 100. 50 spokes. 50 spokes. From the hub, there need to be the spokes that are connecting the wheel's rim, without which the rim cannot stay in a particular position. They are to be connected to the hub. So there are, no matter if you take any wheel, you will see there are so many spokes there. So these are all 50 spokes. So what are the 50 spokes? Because of which this Dharma, Brahma Chakra is continuing to exist. See, the world which we experience cannot be without a basic mistake. Basic mistake. They are called viparyayas. Viparyaya, meaning they are those which are making us engage in this world tirelessly. The first and foremost is Anatmani Atma Buddhi. That which is not the self, we have the feeling or notion that it is the self. Nobody can work in this world without this basic error. You won't even have food. You won't even breathe. You won't even do anything unless you have identification with that which is not you. All of us are busy engaging in this world because of this first viparyaya, mistakes or error. Second one is Vishayeshu Moha. That the sense objects that are there for us to enjoy and experience, they are attracting us, or in that we are getting attracted to. The moha on the Vishayas, objects. This is the second viparyaya. The third viparyaya is Jagadi Satya Buddhi. The world is real. That's why our Guruji has written on that Jnanasara. Dehatmabhavo Vishayeshu Ragah Kartritva-bhavascha tataiva karmasu Satyatva Buddhihi Jagati Hayasya Sayeva Baddha Purushascha Buddhi. ये दुखी पुरुष कौन है? देहात्मभावो, देह में आत्मभाव, देहात्मभावो विषयेषु रागः, desire on the objects for the object. kartrutva bhavascha, in feeling of I am the doer. Tadaiva karmasu. Satyatva buddhihi jagati hayasya. One who has feeling that this world alone is true. What I own and possess and I enjoy alone are true. These are the four things. Sayeva baddha. Such a person is in bondage. Purushascha dukhi. Sorrow. So the third one is Jagati Satya Buddhi. Third is called Tamishra. What is that? When we don't get what we want, growth, anger. So the anger, frustration, etc., that comes due to the absence of availability of things that we want, because of which all the violence takes place. Possessing, aggrandizing, owning, hoarding, all that. Then, fifth one is Andatta Mishra, meaning Atyanta Atrupti. Discontentment of this kind, in the sense that loss of ability to enjoy things due to old age, due to inavailability, because sometimes we may have, but we can't enjoy it. Sometimes we may have all the things that we want, but see others enjoying it. That will be the most frustrating thing. I can't do anything. The doctor has warned me, even if you look at sugar, you will be in trouble. So, kya kare? Watch only, we can't do anything else. So, these are all the 5 viparyayas, errors. So, out of that 50, 5 is taken care now. So, now 45 more remaining. Then 28 asaktis, disabilities. 28 things which we are incapable of doing. First one is, first set of 11 failures of using these jnanendriyas, karmendriyas, and the mind. Even though the faculties are there, we are not able to use them effectively. Eyes are not functioning well, ears are not listening. So these also can create such a frustration to us. So these and karmendriyas, hands, legs, speech, anus, reproductive organ, and mind. So total 11 of them are the 11 disabilities, asaktis. In Sanskrit, sakti means ability. Sakyade. Asakti means not possible. Then nine contentments and discontentments. So 9 contentments are there, tushti and atushti. So 9 plus 9, 18 it will be. So what are those? First one is, people are so, some people are so content, and even as they finish their professional course, etc., let us say a person has studied medicine, become MD, master of, MD means what? Master of drugs. Yeah, what is it? Yeah, medical doctor. Okay, medical doctor. So, but they are so fond, they will not go into do any practice, clinic, no, they want to do research. So, this is called Prakriti Jnana Tushti. So, they want to understand more and more and more, they keep on studying and studying and studying. In that study itself is their Tushti, not doing anything else. So, one lady said, my husband, such a bookworm. So other ladies said, mine is a normal one. You didn't understand, so it doesn't matter. Prakriti Jnanam. And some people, their tushti is in acquiring and is that thunder? I thought that I brought rain to you all. So Prakriti, second one is Upadana, tushti. Upadana means getting more and more things. Some houses, if you see, the garage will look like another Home Depot. So many things, they just go on accumulating. Never even opened. Some of the boxes are not even opened. Possessing, owning, and things like that. I have everything I want. So that is called Upadana Tushti. Happiness with respect to owning and hoarding everything. Some people who are not capable of doing, they blame on Kala. Time is the only answer for everything. I won't do anything. Content. So because they are lazy, they cannot engage in any action. Their only excuse is, call me, ho jayega. Everything will happen in time. So this way, that tushti is also not correct. What you need to do, you need to do. Don't just blame on time. So that is another kind of kala tushti. Some people believe in fortune. They definitely will go on buying every kind of lottery ticket. Someday I will definitely get Saubhagya Tushti. Sometime something will happen. I'm very lucky and I will get it. So that way, some people are content with such kind of Saubhagya. And some people have Arjana dosha. Dosha means seeing defect and in that contentment. Arjana means I don't want to possess too many things. What I have is I'm very simple, Swami. Very simple. Arjana means to accumulate. In that, they have a certain kind of aversion. Not out of knowledge. Huh? Out of knowledge, then it happens, it is okay. But not out of knowledge. But I don't want to have anything. I want a very simple life. But that simple life should lead them to meditation and japa or any kind of pursuit of knowledge. No, very simple. Doing nothing. So that is called Arjana dosha. Some people are not ready to own anything because Rakshana dosha. Who will take care of it? Therefore, nahi chahiye. So that's called Rakshana dosha. Because Arjani dukkam, Rakshani dukkam, Vyaye dukkam. That's a famous statement, no? Vittam katam sukam bhavati. Kim sukam vittena. What is the joy out of money? Arjani dukkam. To get that is suffering. Rakshani dukkam. To protect the money is also dukkam. Vyaye dukkam. When somebody spends also joy. It's not joyful. So, Rakshana dosha. Some people have refrainment from objects. Because and then they read this Bhartrahari and says, Bhoge roga bayam kole jati bayam. So I don't want to touch any objects. I taking sannyas to go to the remote place somewhere. Vishayeshu dosha. So other set of people who have sangha dosha. They will never mingle with people. Because he will say something, she will say something, that will come to my mind. I will be in trouble. I don't want to talk to anybody. So they just shrink themselves and they will remain lonely. They don't talk to anybody. They're afraid of being with the people. There are some people that are shy of people. They just don't want to talk. So they say Sangha dosha. Himsa dosha. If I say something, do something, that will hurt others. So I won't say anything. So this kind of also Himsa dosha. This way, 9 of them in which they find tripti. Atripti is opposite of all this. Prakriti Jnanam, in that there's somebody who has no tushti at all. Art is there to learn everything. So they go the opposite of all that. 9 plus 9, 18 हुआ. So 11 plus 18, 29. So now, Siddhi, Ashtada Siddhi, 8 kind of Siddhi. Here the Ashta Siddhi does not mean Anima, Garima, Ligama, all that, not that. So here as Guruji points out, there are many. Siddhi does not mean powers. Siddhi means whatever you accomplish as a knowledge is also Siddhi. Any accomplishment is called Siddhi. Any success. So here, some people are born with certain skills because of which they are able to be successful. That is called Uha Siddhi. By birth, by the previous birth, what they have done, good things that has come to them in this life, and they are able to proceed on with their abilities and they could accomplish things. This is one kind of Siddhi. Second Siddhi is called Shabda, meaning by learning from somebody else, by listening, by hearing, by knowing from through education, through teaching. So most of us send our children to school for this purpose. Learn and listen and understand the skills for this. Third is by self-study, Adhyayana Siddhi. Some people may learn from the people, but they believe in I have to understand myself. So many of our schools and nowadays here in the college and all, hardly they teach. Then they say, go to the library, refer to these books. The most of the time children spend in library than in the classrooms because they are given that challenge. Go and find out yourself about more about the subject matter by go on to the library and then find out. So from there you take the notes and then come prepared for what you have understood out of this. So independent study, it's called Adhyayana. The fourth one is Adhidaivika Siddhi. So ability to face the calamities that are there created by not people, by the world or by the natural forces, etc. The ability to withstand those is called Adhidaivika Siddhi. Then Adhibhaudika Siddhi, Adhibhaudika Dukkha Vighata, it's called. Ability to face the challenges created by rest of the living beings and the society, the community, and political, economical situations. In that one is able to withstand those challenges and come out of it. Adhibhaudika Dukkha Vighata. Then Adhyatmika Dukkha Vighata. One's own mind, one's own body, one's own emotions, one's own belief, one's own thinking. That also can create a lot of challenges. One is able to withstand that. That power, that skill is also included as a siddhi. Suhrut Prapti. Sometimes we may not have the right teacher. Sometimes we may not have the right source to learn anything. In that case, there is a need for somebody who thinks good about us. Suhrut means some friend or welfare, or somebody who is thinking of our welfare. Such a person may help us to become successful. So that is called Suhrut Prapti Siddhi. The last one is, the eighth one is Dhanam. Dhanam means by sharing our whatever we have with the Guru or someone who in turn give us the correct guidance. So it's called Dhana Siddhi. So this way, 8. And those who are opposite of that are called Asiddhi. So 8 plus 8, 16. So how many ho gaya? 28. So 5 viparyayas, 28 asaktis, 28 plus 9 plus 8. So 11 plus 9 plus 9 plus 8 plus 8. So in total it will be 50 of them. So 50 such are considered as Shada, that's why here call it as Shadardharam. These are all part of the Brahma Chakra. Brahma Chakra. So then comes Vimshati Pratyarabihi. Vimshati. That is Vimshati means 20. Pratyarabihi, nails. See, the spokes are connected to the rim as well, but various parts are there, and there are fasteners are necessary to connect one with another. These kind of connecting links Usually, it is two things to be connected. You put them together and nail it so that they are attached to each other. So there are 20 of them. Pancha Jnanendriyani, Pancha Jnana Vishayanicha, Pancha Karmendriyani Tat Vishayanicha. This way, 20 of them. The five organs of perception, along with their own fields of objects, five organs of action plus their own field of action. They are considered as 20 different nails because they nail you there. They hold you tight into this. Then says Ashta Shadbi, Ashtakai Shadbihi. And these 8 of them, there are Ashta Shadbihi. 8 into 6, there are 48 of them. They are called various parts that are moving parts of the wheel. There are various moving parts of the wheel here. That is 48 of them. So, first of all, Ashtada Prakriti. That is, Bhagavan Krishna also said that in Gita. Kam, what do you call? Bhumirapo nalo vayuhu kam mano buddhirevacha ahankare diyame vinna prakriti ashtada. These 5 elements plus buddhi, manaha and ahankar. And imagine each one of us are having our own mind, our own intellect, our own ahankar, and accordingly we are using the 5 elements in our own life, and each one of us are doing that. So therefore, the entire Prakriti constantly is being used and intermingles by each one's engagement in that. So that is why it's called moving parts. Say, like for example, the water that we use for our drinking, for our bathing, and other things, that it gets polluted because of our use. Then it goes back to the ground, and there are various other animals which are using that water, and they further pollute, and then it is getting further filtered away, and then get into the river beds, and it becomes part of the river, and then it goes to the ocean. Then because of the heat of the ocean, it comes back again, and then gets cloud, and cloud goes to the hills because of bringing pure rain. So these moving parts, you see that moving, how it is all continuously moving. Interesting thing is, I was teaching this Almiki Rama and Sundarakand. Valmiki ji says when Hanumanji was flying through the ocean, he goes at such a height to the atmosphere. And interesting thing is, he talks about atmospherical layer. Can you imagine? At that time, he's talking about atmospherical layer. He says there is a layer that is present. Up to that point, Hanumanji could go because from there he could see within that layer alone, all living beings can exist. Beyond this layer, they cannot. कहाँ से आया इतना ज्ञान? Where did they get this jnana from? How do they know the atmospherical layers? You see, those masters have not conditioned themselves to this world. They have traveled to see what is that. NASA and all now they know when a meteor comes, it cannot enter into the atmosphere. The moment it enters, it will break out. That's why we are saved. Otherwise, everything, so many hundreds and thousands of them are moving about in this universe. If all of them come into the atmosphere, and without that protection, if they come in, we cannot survive in a moment. It is protected. Beyond that, within the atmosphere, nobody can get in. That is why above the atmosphere, you don't have any grip over anything. You start floating, and you cannot breathe there. You will not be able to survive. So within that atmosphere alone, human beings can live. That is his statement there. So all the moving parts, whether it is earth, water, fire, air, space, are conditioned in the atmospherical ring. Within that only it can work. So this moving parts is what we are calling about Ashtada Prakriti. There are 8 of them there. Then Dadu Ashtakaha. There are Ashtadadus in our own physical body. What are those? Charma, Tvak, Rakta, Mamsa, Medas, Asti, Majja, Virya, iti. Outer skin, inner skin. Charma, Tvak. Again, now Shankaracharya writes in this in Vivek Chudamani. I don't know whether he did the human anatomy. Open the skin and see what is that. Oh, this is outer skin. This is inner skin. He explains all that thing. So that means that he must be probably he must have got in touch with the Vaidyas who might have done all the surgery and all at that time. Charakas and others who have done a lot of their experimentation in the physical body. So he might have learned from them. Charma twak, rakta, blood. Mamsa is flesh. Medas is fat. Asti, the bone. Majja, the marrow, and which is within the bone. And then Virya, semen. These are all the Dhadu Ashtaka. So there are 6. No, there are 8 plus 8, 16 there. Ashta Siddhi, here comes that. Anima, Mahima, Garima, Lagima, Prapti, Prakamya, Ishitvam, Vashitvam. Is considered as the eightfold powers the mind has. It is not that we don't have that power. That's why Hanumanji expressed all of them. So he was able to become small, he had to become big. So it is said in Valmiki Ramayana, he was challenged by 4 different challenges. The rishis wanting to find whether he is a real here full sevaks of the Lord at all or not. He used 4 methods to overcome the challenge. Dhriti, Mati, Drishti and Dakshya. Hanuman used 4 different methods. First of all, when he was standing on the Mahendra mountain, everybody said, we can't do, we can't do, we can't do. One person who could say there, I can. I want to do it and I will do it. If Bhagavan is there with me, I will be able to do it. So this is called Dhriti, fortitude, proactive determination. Dhriti. Then Mayanaka, when the Parvat came and then say, you take rest on me before you proceed. So he said, no, I don't want to do that because I'm going on uh, the thing which is determined to me, I mean, given to me as work. Therefore, I will not be able to take rest until I finish the job. This is called drishti, correct vision. I need to maintain my continuous objective. And I will not come back. I will not take rest until I finish. Rama Kaj Kari Beko Atur. I will not do it. Then when the huge snake, when it came, opening the mouth and saying that nothing can go without getting into my mouth. So therefore, I need to uh, you need to get into my mouth. So I said, yeah, I can also become big. So he also became big. And she also became big. And she went on and on. Suddenly he became small. That is Mati. He used his intelligence. He said that now, you see, I have gone into your mouth and came out. You didn't close it. What can I do? On my part, I have finished my part. That is called Mati, intelligence. Then came the one which is able to capture anybody by the shadow. What is it called? Simhika. Simhika. So if you fly, it won't catch you, but your shadow. Pull the shadow and you are in trouble. You know what he did? That's called Darksha, skill, strategy. He went under her mouth. Where is the shadow? Straight went into her, tore apart her heart and came out. So you can catch only the shadows outside. If the shadow is inside you, what will you do? Can you catch that? That is called buddhi. So ability to use there is the skill, strategy to come out of it. So they been blessed with this 8 kind of siddhis to become small mahima, to become big mahima, to become heavy garima, to become light lagima. Then prakamya, take any form you want. Prakamya. Prapti, whatever you want. Get whatever you want. Ishitvam, ability to rule a situation. Vashitvam, ability to attract anybody. These are the 8 siddhis. Then bhava ashtakaha. There are 8 kinds of bhavas, attitudes. Dharma, adharma, jnanam, ajnanam, vairagya, raga, aishwarya, daridrata. So dharma, the righteous living, adharma, unrighteousness, jnanam, knowledge, ajnanam, ignorance, vairagya is dispassion, raga is passion, aishwarya, wealth, daridrata, poverty. So are called different bhavas. Then Ashta Devatas, Brahma, Prajapati, Swarga Devataha, Gandharvaha, Yakshaha, Rakshasaha, Pitravaha, and Pishachaha. These are all different kinds of beings other than human beings who are above human. They are all also 8 of them. Then sixth one is Ashta Gunaha, Daya, that is compassion, Kshama, the forgiveness, Anasuya, absence of jealousy, Shaucha, purity, Anayasa, effortlessness, Akarpanya, not feeling depressed, Aspruha, untouched by desire, and Mangala, auspicious. So this way, 6 into 8, 48 variations in our human life and our abilities. So these are all. Then Ekapasham, there is only one rope which is making the whole wheel run. And the whole, this Brahma Chakra is moving about because of the one single belt that is called Kama. The desire. That is why Buddha also said, only one enemy we have in our life. That single enemy is called Kama, because of which we are never calm, always agitated. Some desire or the other comes, some for the other. Swamiji, I have absolutely no desire, but my wife has many. Some people have this kind of excuse also. Actually, I don't want to do anything, but she wants to do, or he wants to do. Kama. Ekapasham. Trimarga Bedam. There are 3 margas. Dharma marga, adharma marga, jnana marga. You have a choice of walking the path which is righteous in the karma bhumi, or you can walk the path of unrighteousness in the karma bhumi. Leaving karma, then you have the adhyatma jnana, that is away from dharma and adharma. Punya punya vivarjita pantaha, the path which is neither punya nor papa. Because both of them are subject to rebirth. If you do papa also you come back, punya also you come back. So beyond these two. So this is Trimarga Veda. Then Dvinimitta Eka Moham. Finally, Dvinimitta Eka Moham. Single delusion that gives rise to the duality. That is called Anatma Moha, Samsara Moha. Wanting to continue the samsara. That moha it never goes. स्वामी जी इस जन्म में इतना ही कर सकते हैं कर सकते हैं अभी कितनी इतना ही किया अगले जन्म में करेंगे. So Again, we never want to complete, just want to continue. Next. The hope to be able to achieve things in the next birth continues that. So that is called the Tvinimitta Moha, Eka Moha. This is called the Brahma Chakra. So one verse only we could complete. Because it's such an elaborate thing as Swamiji has written. Then the same Brahma Chakra is also explained as Brahma Nadi. Nadi is also the same. A river also, uh, you know why a river is called river? Tell me. Why is a river is river? Because it cannot reverse. That's a poor joke, you better laugh at it. It can go in only one direction. It cannot come back. Also, it is going on a reverse back to the ocean only. Where it came from, it goes back to that point. That's the reverse. So the river is constantly on the flow. Similarly, the Brahmachakra that also is on the flow, on the run. So Nadi is also on the same kind, running constantly. Then only it's called river. If it is staying in one place, it is called pool or a lake, pond. So the movement is what is called river. So what are the different kinds of movements that makes this whole life continuously going on? So that we'll see in the next class. ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ